can feel my body cold against the concrete, but I can't seem to get enough. My mind is fixed on what it wants. I just let you beat me. Looks can be deceiving. Let you get the best of me in bed with my worst enemy. This is a no-go. I just can't take hold. This is a danger zone. Back up and get me home. This is a no-go. I just can't take hold. This is a danger zone. Back up and get me. So put your hand in mine. Follow me. Let me waste your time. Set up the...
So I've kind of done something I've been regretting for a long time. So I've been using the S7 for, well, probably since it came out. Actually, the last phone I bought was the Note 7, which I liked a lot. As you can see, I no longer use the Note 7, probably because it was such a good phone that they made us all give them back. But, you know, I finally decided I had to upgrade my phone, and that's what I did. So I got myself the S10 Plus, and I don't know if that was a good idea, but here we are. Let's find out if it's worth upgrading cell phones anymore. I mean, don't get me wrong. I used to be that guy that would upgrade his phone every single year because why not? Every year it was a better phone. It was just a better camera. Everything was just better. But not really anymore. I mean, this thing can do pretty much everything you need a smartphone to do. So I'm going to see if it was worth my time upgrading. So let's have a look at this guy, and then I'll tell you what it's like after I use it for about a week or so. So here we have the S7, just for, you know, a comparison between the two. Leave up to the side. This is the S10 Plus. Looks like I got the black version. I know that comes in ceramic black and prism black. I'm not exactly sure which one I got. I just said I wanted black, so I guess that'll be kind of a little surprise. The lid of the box looks like a little package. It's got the SIM card remover tool. Here's the phone itself. Looks like, I still can't tell what kind of black it is, but it is a black phone. Obviously, it's quite a bit larger than the S7. This is the Plus, so it is the largest of the three S10s, the S10e, S10, and S10 Plus. Type-C charging cable, and a set of headphones, because this does have a headphone jack still. So it's been 1 week since we opened this baby up and started using it, and what do I think? Was it a good choice, or did I waste some money on this one? And it kind of goes both ways, but let's start out by just talking about what I like about this thing. One of the first things I noticed when I opened this thing up and started using it was the screen. The screen is just beautiful. I mean, it's responsive, it's snappy, it's quick, and it just looks good. It's an AMOLED screen. It's far superior to the LCD on the S7, but it just seems to handle well. I mean, it's not even a crazy 120 hertz or 144 hertz screen. It's just 60 hertz, but it's just well optimized. So I did like that. It does make things better. One other thing that I thought stood out for sure was the speakers on this phone. So you do have the bottom down-firing speaker, which is great, but you also have this amplified ear speaker, and that also sounds great, and this phone is very loud compared to other phones I've used while watching things like YouTube and other content. And it just sounds good. You get a good stereo sound versus the normal monotone that you try to reflect off your hand. So I will say that watching content on this phone is a good experience. Both visually and audio on this phone is great. So that does stand out as being great. Also, there's no denying that the camera on this phone is leagues ahead of, you know, what was on the S7, and is probably one of the better ones on the market. Is it better than, say, like something like the iPhone XS? That's going to be more of a personal opinion. My wife has the XS. I took some pictures with that and this and kind of compared them. I do find that the S10 Plus tends to over-process images sometimes, making them look a bit soft or kind of out of focus. But it does give you a good field of view, some nice optical zoom. It's a good camera nonetheless, and if you like one or the other, it's going to come down to your opinion. Now, the front-facing selfie cam, I will say not ideal. That's just not a good camera. I mean, on the S10 Plus you have two, the S10 you have one, the S10e you have one, but they're just not good cameras. I mean, if we compare it to the rear-facing camera, they're just like not even the same ballpark. We'll just take a quick picture now just so you can kind of see. Is the selfie cam still usable? Yeah, but could be better, of course. Now, there is some things about the S10 that I didn't like. For one, the cutout, obviously it's better than, say, the notch, but you know, Samsung did such a great job of staying away from the cutout for such a long time. It kind of sucks to see them hop in now after it's been so long. Something else that I did find very annoying was that the phone tends to not have very good palm rejection. So I did find that when using the phone, I would be holding it like this or maybe one-handed, and I'd find that my palm was activating the screen and giving me weird feedback when I was trying to do, you know, touch things like type or surf the web or hit an app. I was having lots of issues. Now I will say though, when you add a case, this problem tends to just go completely away because, you know, the case gives you extra thickness. So for the most part, everybody's gonna add a case, so this is really not really an issue. But just wanted to let you guys know that the palm rejection seems a bit lackadaisical. Also, it's like manufacturers make their phones slippery on purpose. Like holding onto this thing without a case, like when I first got it, didn't have a case, and I had to use it for a couple of days, and it just felt like I was always going to drop it. The thing is slippery, like the edges are smooth, glass on the back, glass on the front, it just, Jesus, gonna drop this thing at every 5 seconds. But you know, you add a case to it, gives you that extra girth, and gives you something, you know, a texture to kind of hold on to. Oh, another thing that kind of bugged me. So this is the lock key. So the lock key is on your, you know, your right side looking at your phone, and it seems like it's too high. I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe I have little baby hands, but I feel like I want to hold the phone like this, and I can't quite get there with my thumb. So I don't know if they moved it up or whatnot, but I don't remember having this kind of issue, you know, with my S7. So if that was a little lower, that would be ideal, but what are you gonna do? The Bixby button, so Bixby, love them or hate them, there is a dedicated Bixby button, but the good thing is that you can remap this button, so you can have it do whatever you want, open an app, whatnot. I think mine is right now currently set to, you know, turn on my camera, but you can also have it do whatever you want. Right now you can double click it to get the Bixby, and of course if you're from the lock screen, you can double click the lock button to launch your camera, which is still nice because I did like that feature on my S7 where you can double tap the home button, fire up the camera, and then grab that quick shot. I forgot to talk about the in-screen fingerprint reader, and I will say I don't like it. On the S7, the home button had a fingerprint reader, and I liked it. You could pick up your phone, you hit the home button to turn it on, and as you're pressing it, the screen was unlock it. And I find that this in-screen fingerprint reader is slow. There's no way around it, it's just slow. I do have the software to improve its, you know, functionality. Before, I guess it was quite literally garbage, but now, I mean, it does pick up my thumbprint often, but it's sluggish. I mean, I hit my phone to wake it up, and I got my thumb on there, and come on, rejected, and there it goes, it launches it. There's just better ways around it. I think other companies have done the in-screen, you know, fingerprint reader better than this one. The face recognition is pretty quick, but you know, sometimes, especially if you're wearing sunglasses, doesn't work that well. Speaking of sunglasses though, I will say that this screen's viewing angles while wearing polarized sunglasses is very much improved. So this is something you might not think about often, but I do like to play a lot of golf, spend a lot of time outside. And one thing you'll notice when you're wearing sunglasses that are, you know, polarized is that when you look at your phone, sometimes you can't see anything based on, you know, however they polarize their screen. The S10, this AMOLED display, is quite literally the only angle that I found I had a hard time seeing the screen, was kind of like off at a diagonal corner angle like this, and you're never really going to look at the phone like that. My S7, if I held it, you know, like you would normally look at your phone, and maybe at a slight angle, completely black, couldn't see anything. So I do like that. It's a small thing, but it's a good thing in my opinion that you can read this phone very easily with polarized sunglasses on, so remember that. The battery on this phone is quite literally amazing. So this has a 4100 milliamp battery, and it lasts quite literally all day. So I plug this in maybe every night at 11 p.m. I unplug it at 6:30 in the morning, and from like 6:30 a.m. till 11 p.m. I'm using this thing, checking emails, checking texts, taking pictures, and doing whatever you do on a phone. And my battery maybe is the lowest I've seen is maybe 65%. So it lasts good. I mean, unless you're maybe a hardcore gamer doing a lot of, you know, mobile gaming, you're probably not going to have any issues with this thing making it through the entire day. And it charges fast. You plug it in, maybe a couple hours, and she's back to 100%, and you're good to go. Do I think that I made the right choice by upgrading? And I would say, in my case, yeah. The reason I say that is because mainly the battery. So the battery on my S7 was quite old. I guess I could have replaced it, but this battery is a lot bigger. So it does last longer, and that's just good all around for a phone that stays charged is just nice. The camera, I will say, was a great upgrade. The S7's camera wasn't bad in its day, but it is aged. And if you have something like an iPhone 6 or an S7 or an older generation phone, you're definitely going to notice an improvement just in the image quality when you get a new phone. you know, the screen and everything, that's just all a plus. I mean, obviously the notch is kind of crappy and its placement's kind of crappy and making videos kind of sucks, but you do get used to it. It is what it is, and they all seem to do it. We can only hope that that trend just kind of dies off and we don't have to worry about it. But all in all, if you're looking for a good phone and you have a very old phone, I would say the S10, S10 Plus, or S10e is a good choice, and you might need to consider taking a look at them. If you have something like an S9 or a Note 9, I'd maybe wait till something more groundbreaking shows up. But thank you for watching. This has been Major Hardware. Make sure to hit that like button, get subscribed, and we'll see you in a future video.